Moment for God.
Take a deep breath. You are never alone. God's presence is always here. Open your heart, cleanse your mind, and receive today's scripture.
Today we're getting into a really compact but potent piece of guidance. It's from 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17.
That's right. Just one verse, but it packs quite a punch.
It really does. So our mission, if you like, is to unpack what's in there, the core ideas, and importantly, how they might actually work for us today.
Exactly. It's ancient wisdom from early Christian writing, but surprisingly relevant. It gives this sort of framework for navigating relationships. All kinds.
Okay, let's jump right in. The first part is, show proper respect to everyone. Now, everyone. That sounds simple, but there's depth there, isn't there?
Absolutely. It's not just, basic politeness. It's deeper. It's about recognizing the inherent dignity in every single person.
Even people we strongly disagree with, or frankly don't like.
Especially them, perhaps. It's seeing value because they're human, made in God's image, as the text implies. And look, if you want well-rounded views, you have to start there, right? Respectful engagement.
That makes sense. It's foundational.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so building on that universal respect, it then says, love the family of believers.
Right. Now, this points towards the specific community of faith. It emphasizes unity, active compassion, really caring for one another within that group.
So a tighter bond there, a deeper connection.
Exactly. It's demonstrating that core value of community love. It's more than just superficial interaction. It's about genuine support and shared life. For listeners wanting a thorough understanding, this shows the importance placed on that internal community strength.
Okay, so universal respect, then specific community love. Then comes fear God. Now that phrase, it can sound a bit intimidating.
It can, yeah. But fear here isn't about being terrified in a negative way. It's more about ultimate reverence, awe, recognizing a higher authority and standard.
So it's about where your ultimate allegiance lies.
Precisely. It positions this relationship with the divine as foundational. It's the principle that shapes and informs all the other relationships, the respect for everyone, the love for community, even the next point. It's the why behind the what.
That clarifies it. It's the underpinning principle, which leads us to the last part, honor the emperor.
Yeah, and obviously, most of us don't have an emperor today.
Right, so how do we understand that now?
Well, think about the context. Early Christians under Roman rule, sometimes facing persecution even, yet the instruction was to honor the governing authority.
Wow. Not necessarily agree with everything, but honor them.
Exactly. It wasn't about blind obedience or saying the emperor was always right. It was more about respecting the institution of government, recognizing its role in society, and seeing it as operating under God's ultimate sovereignty.
So it's kind of civic respect, acknowledging the structures we live within.
Yes. Today, we can translate emperor more broadly to governing authorities, institutions, the systems of the state. It encourages a respectful, constructive engagement, not just automatic opposition. It's quite a surprising instruction given their circumstances.
It really is. That historical context adds a lot. So we've got these 4 commands: respect everyone, love the community, revere God, honor authority.
That's the beauty of it, I think. They're not just separate items on a checklist. They create this sort of integrated whole, a balanced approach to life.
Balanced how?
Well, it guides how you interact outwards universally, respect, inwards within your community, love, upwards toward the divine, reverence, and sort of sideways with the structures of society, honor. It's a holistic picture.
A framework for living with integrity, maybe?
Yeah.
And purpose.
Exactly that. Integrity, humility, purpose, navigating complex social interactions based on these core values.
Okay, so just to recap the key takeaways for everyone listening, it's about universal respect for all people, nurturing those strong community bonds, keeping that reverence for divine principles central, and interacting respectfully with governing structures.
That sums it up well. It provides a really solid foundation.
It does, and it leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it?
Definitely. Maybe the final thought for you listening is this. If you consciously try to apply these 4 principles, that universal respect, the community love, the foundational reverence, and honoring authority, how might that actually shift your day-to-day interactions?
How would it change how we see and engage with all the different communities we're part of?
Exactly. How could these ancient ideas actively shape your life right here, right now? Something to chew on.